In our class today, we are going to be looking at another problem that has to do with chord in a circle. Okay, we have done a lot of work already. That is to say, if you have not checked out on those classes, it is important you do that because it's going to help you, especially in the previous class we just concluded. It's going to help you to be able to, follow up what we have in this current class. All right. So in this class, as I said, look at this question we want to look at. Okay, that says two parallel chords lie on the same side of the circle. If you remember previously, there was one of the classes we had earlier before now where I was talking about these same two parallel chords, but on the opposite sides of the circle. But in this case, now you are going to be looking at it on the same sides of the circle. I'm thinking that this experience is going to be wonderful for you. Okay, now look at this. They are on the same side of the circle, and the circle's radius is 13 cm and their lengths are 10 cm and 24 cm. Say, what is their distance apart? I was so fascinated when I saw this question and I thought it wise to bring it to class. So I am trusting God that it's going to be a good experience to learn this question. The first thing one is expected here is to put up what? The diagram. So the diagram will help us to do some other calculations that will be necessary in answering this question. So here we have good. Okay. So we have these two chords. There's one more thing I want you to capture here. That this one that is 24 cm will be closer to the center, because the closer the chord is, it widens. Okay, so it has to be closer to the center. So this one that is what now? That is the other one. 10 cm should be a little bit away. So I have this one, and then I have this one. Okay. All right. Now you know that a line, like we have discussed in some other theorems before now, any line drawn from the center of the circle is perpendicular to a chord, bisects that chord. That is, she divides that chord into two equal parts, and it's also at right angle to it. So we are, with that, taking note that these are right angled triangles. That's the implication. These are right angled triangles. Okay, this is a radius, this is another radius touching the center and the circumference, touching the center and the circumference. This is the, follow me, this is 10 cm. So because this line that came from the center bisects this chord, let me label here A, B, C, D. So I have chord AB and chord CD lying on the same side of the circle. Okay, so if this is 5 cm, this is also 5 cm. Of course, you can see now that this line bisects this chord. Let me call here M and call here N. Here N. Okay, so this will be 12 cm, and this ND will also be 12 cm. Let me put it on top of this place, 12 cm. Okay, and this is center O. So can you see that we have two triangles now? Let me extract them so that we can see clearly what I am talking about. Let me extract them. Okay, so this is one of the triangle, and this is the other one. Okay, let me not take it too down. Oh no, let's have it this way. Okay, yeah, uh, yeah, so this is beta. I think this is beta. So here, this is M, this is O, and this is B. Okay, this is 18 cm, the radius. Okay, and this is 5 cm. This is O, this is N here. Okay, this is D, this is 13 cm, because the radius remains the radius. Okay, and this is now 12 cm, half of that 24 cm chord. So I'm sure the diagram was able to capture, I'm sure this diagram was able to capture this information. Okay, this information, I'm sure it is clearly captured here. You can see the representations of this. Now what we want to do next, according to what the question is requesting us to do, is to determine the gap M to N, because this is the gap between these two chords. The gap, this gap you are seeing here. Okay, so how do we do that? I'm sure you are very close to it, because if I allow you, you will quickly tell me that it is this length MO minus this length NO. Okay, now but we need to do the calculation to know what we have. So here we go. I will say from triangle, from the first triangle NOD, okay, using Pythagoras theorem. Let me call this place A and call here B. So I will say A squared plus 12 squared is equals to 13 squared. That is the square of the hypotenuse. So A squared plus 144 is equals to 169. So A squared is equals to 169 minus 144, and A squared is equals to 25. So A is equals to square root of 25. So A is equals to 5 cm. That's from here to here. That's A. Also, okay, from triangle MOB, okay, we also deploy Pythagoras theorem in solving for B. So B squared is equal, B squared plus the opposite square plus the adjacent square plus 5 squared is equals to the hypotenuse, which is 13 squared. That is in this triangle. Okay, so we have B squared plus 25 is equals to 169. B squared is equals to 169 minus 25. So B squared is equals to 144. So B is equals to square root of 144. If we take the square root of both sides, okay, we are going to have B to be equals to 12 cm. Now the gap between them, therefore M N, that gap between them, which is equals to MO minus NO, will now be MN equals to MO is calculated to be, that's B, calculated to be 12 cm minus 5 cm, and that will give us 7 cm. So the gap here between this M to N is 7 cm. So you can see the nature of this question and how it was resolved. So I am trusting God that this explanation really helps. I'm trusting God it really helps. So please, this is not all we have. We have so many of them that is yet to come. Of course, in the next class, we are going to be going over to circle theorems. We'll be looking at circle theorems, and even within that, we'll still come back and be looking at some other questions as we discover them. We'll be bringing them to class. All right. Please connect to your friends out there and share these videos to them, and then subscribe to our channel. When you do that, you have access to a lot of classes we've had already. And secondly, you are also encouraging us to do more. Yes, you are encouraging us to do more. Yes, so I trust God that you will do that. Please subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel and promote what we are doing. Okay, and as you do that, God will bless you. Thank you so much for being there.